Good evening, you're watching the Indian Express and we are back with our daily update on the Bihar elections. Till the Bihar election results are declared on November 10, every day we will bring you 3 key developments of the day you need to know about this very interesting and very important election. Voting on the first day was on October 28 and the next day of elections is on November 3. On October 28, 71 seats have gone to polls with a turnout of a little over 55%. On November 3, 94 seats are going to polls, which is the maximum number of seats that will vote on a single day in this election. Coming to the 3 key developments. First, of course, is that the Munger firing issue continues to rage. It has become quite a political firestorm. In Munger, a 25-year-old man was killed when the police fired at a group of Durga Puja devotees who had come to immerse idols. The police have claimed that they fired in the air to disperse the crowd, but it was a crowd that fired back, but a 25-year-old man was killed. So, in relation to this, the Congress today met the governor and requested that the CM Nitish Kumar and Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi be dismissed. They have also asked for 50 lakh compensation to the family of the man who was killed. Congress spokesperson Gaurav Vallabh has called Nitish Kumar Nirdayi Kumar and Sushil Modi Nirmam Modi over the incident. Today, Shiv Sena from Maharashtra also jumped into the fray with Sanjay Raut saying that the incident was an attack on Hindutva, and had it happened in any other state like Maharashtra or Bengal, then not just BJP leaders but even the governor would have been asking for the dismissal of the state government and for president rule in the state. JDU meanwhile has said that RJD and LJP are speaking on the same tones on the Munger incident, and Chirag Paswan has for long been called the B team of BJP, but JDU is now saying that with his statements, he seems to be the B team of Tejasvi Yadav. BSP chief Mayawati on Thursday said that she was willing to support even the BJP to keep the Samajwadi Party out. Mayawati, of course, was speaking in the context of the Vidhan Parishad elections in Uttar Pradesh, but in Bihar, BSP is a part of 6 political parties that together make up what they are calling themselves as the third front in Bihar. And along with BSP, one of the members is AIMIM, and party chief Asaduddin Owaisi has been hitting out at the Mahagathbandhan, and he has promised Muslims a robust alternative to what he calls the fake secularism of the Congress RJD camp. Now he has already been facing questions over his alliance with Mayawati, who had welcomed the Supreme Court verdict in the Ayodhya Ram Temple case, and now with Mayawati saying she was willing to support the BJP for whatever reasons, might lead to more awkward questions for Owaisi in Bihar. Nitish has said that he favors population proportionate quota, which is basically to say that the quota benefits that flow to a particular caste should be based on their population. He said this at an election rally on Thursday, and this of course is, and he said that providing such a quota would only be possible if caste-wise census data was released. Now this is something that both RJD and JDU have demanded in the past also. They have said that caste-wise breakup of the census should be released, and Nitish has said that at the rally yesterday, Nitish said that releasing this data was of course not in our hands, which is to say that he is effectively passing the ball on to the BJP, which is the central government and which is its partner in Bihar, and it's only the central government that can release this caste-based census data. This is all for today. Join us tomorrow. We'll be back with our 3 developments. Thank you.